Hello guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC. We're going to talk about BTC on the macro scale. We're going to talk about BTC on the weekly, 21-day chart, 50-day candles, and all of that good stuff, right? As you know, the 50-day cycle for BTC is going to be, going to be over just about like mid-December. So we're going to talk about what type of a correction we could be anticipating if we're going to get some sort of rejection. I'm not talking about in terms of a price, at what price level we're going to get rejected, right? But in terms of like a timing, because we know over the last few years, right, the last 50-day candle of every year basically tend to give a very very big rejection or a very very bullish bottom formation, right? So let's take a look at the macro scale first before we talk about the lower degree and what I'm looking for BTC on the lower degree, right? So on the macro scale, as you can see, I already showed you guys multiple times regarding how bullish BTC was going to be, right? If BTC closes above like 10.5, 10.6 by October 28th, right? And I explained to you guys, most of you guys pretty familiar with my channel, right? So we said we most likely going to push towards a 20k area. So now no sign of a big reversal on a higher degree, like a weekly 3 weeks chart and all of that good stuff. No sign of reversal. So the chart it is still bullish. Okay, so it is still bullish. So we need to basically if you're bearish, you're going to need to wait for a sign of reversal on the macro scale, right? And once we get the reversal, we're going to take a look at what type of a correction we're going to be looking for. A possible 50 to 60% correction we could be anticipating if we get a heavy rejection at or above a 20k area, right? So now let's take a look at basically the weekly time frame, right? So the weekly time frame, what I'm looking for the weekly time frame, I'm watching one indicator, right? It is called like the Trololo. It is called the Trololo trend line, right? So I've been following this trend line since early 2019, right? If you guys been following me long enough, I was very, very, very. Even you can go back and check my basically check my trading view updates. You can see like I was very 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 bullish on BTC 3k 2k when everybody was calling for 1800, right? I was calling for 6k, right? And why I was calling for 6k was like, if you check the Trololo trend line, right? Okay, I didn't create it. It is just an indicator on TradingView, right? Created by somebody called Trololo back in the 2011 and so on, right? 2013, I think, right? So you take a look at this trend line, this moving average. This it is not a moving average, but it is just a trend line. It has a 1.1% growth rate, weekly growth rate. It means like it grow every single week 1.13%, right? So you take a look at it back then, right there, when the trend line was at just about 3200, right? BTC dropped exactly at 31 to 3100 range, right? And basically bounced right back up. And I back tested the trend line, right? It seemed like BTC does not like to stay more than 10% below the trend line, right? One exception was like the March drop, right there. So we dropped like nearly 40% below the trend line. That time the trend line was roughly around like 63, 62, but BTC dropped all the way down to 3800. And if you take a look at 62, 63 down to 3800 was roughly around like nearly 40% drop. But in terms of closing basis, we only like drop 14%. We only close 14% below the trend line, okay? Because BTC 14, you take a look at like 62 down to close was like just about like 53, 54, right? So we just closed like 14%, 15% below it, which I mean it wasn't that bad when you take a look at like the average is like just about 5 to 10%, right? And we bounced right back up, right? So right there, we did not even drop like more than 5% below it. So, and we just pump all the way up to 14K. And some of you guys pretty familiar back in like September, August 2019, right? What was my target for BTC? My target for BTC was like to retest the trend line, not just because I was looking for 57 randomly, right? But I was looking for like a 42 to 57 because I was expecting the trend line, when you calculate it like 1.13% growth rate, the it was going to be like roughly around like 57 by December 17. So I was like, by December 17, right, BTC gonna retest like 57. That was my target, but guess what? Price got bought up just about like 64. Okay, did not break the trend line. So, and after the pump, I was like, since we did not break the trend line, we're gonna retest the trend line. And in terms of wave analysis, we also had a nice double top type of a flat continuation pattern. So I was like, with this flat correction right there, right, we're most likely going to retest the trend line at some point, right? So we did retest it, even dipped 40% below it, but did not close more than 15% below it. So now the real deal is like, are we ever going to retest the trend line? Okay, you take a look at the trend line right now. It is just about like a 82.90. Okay, you can see the you can see it to your left, right? Just about 82.90, and it is gonna be roughly, let's see, it is gonna be just about like a 8500 range by December 17th, right? So I'm expecting, at some point, I'm not saying by December 17th BTC gonna drop all the way down 6% and all of that good stuff, but if you take a look at it in terms of like a fib retracement also, right? Before we go back to the trend line, you can see like right there, if you take the entire move, right, you can see this range of 0.618 going to be 98, right, and 0.786 going to be 72. So, and the trend line right now, right, it is going to be roughly around like 85. So the trend line going to be in this range, the price of the trend line. So are we going to see BTC retesting 0.618 or 0.786, just like what we did right there? The March drop right there. Okay, you can see like BTC drop all the way down, okay, down to like even 0.888, depending which type of fib retracement you're using. If you're using like the log scale, or you're using like the linear scale. But on the log scale, you can see like we dip all the way down to 0.786, all the way down to 0.786, right? So if we do it again, we could, okay, possibly, okay, anticipate at least a 50% pullback, which is going to be just about like 71 to basically 50% pullback, going to be 85, right? 85 right there, guys. The line going to be at 8500 by December 17. Okay, it is going to be, I'm not saying we're going to retest it, but according to my previous analysis last year, for my BTC target down to like 57, right, the line was going to be at 5700. So I was expecting BTC, even though BTC was at 10k, guys, like almost 11k, I was expecting BTC to drop down to 57 by December 17, right? So now I know December 17 is kind of close, right? But but at some point, guys, what I'm trying to basically explain to you guys is like, at some point, right, bear's gonna be stepping in. Okay, so we gotta be ready for that move. Not saying we're gonna drop right away. Once again, most of you guys don't like anybody right now calling for a BTC crash, but it is what it is. It's gonna crash. Okay, back in 2017, none of us were ready, right? For a possible 80% drop. Right there, nobody was ready for a possible what? 50-60% drop. Okay, right now everybody, every single analyst calling for 25, 30, 50k. But if you take a look at these moving averages, looking at your Fibonacci, looking at my Trololo trend line, it is telling me, we're gonna be retracing. Okay, it is just about like when, but BTC going to be, most likely bear is gonna be selling, at or above 20k, right? So we gotta be ready, right? And try to buy the dip once we basically see, you know, a trend reversal, even though we don't have one yet, a confirmed one. Okay, it is not confirmed yet. We have a trend reversal, but most likely you know, over the next few weeks or so on, if we get a big trend reversal, we're going to talk about what type of a sell-off we're going to get, right? So another thing also I wanted to mention is, like, we do have a gap at you know, 96, right? And we do not tend to fill the gap and bounce right back up. So even if we're going to be filling the gap somewhere around like 96, most likely price going to be dipping below 96. It's not just gonna retest 96 and then you know, bounce right back up. And another thing also is, like, I don't expect this move to be a linear move. It could be very choppy, guys. It could be it could take like 6 to 9, even 12 months before we retest even this range, right? Just speculating. I don't do time analysis, but just speculating in terms of the you know, the timing. And you know, one of the reason, you know, I want to be careful with the timing is, like, back in you know, even though I was very confident like BTC was going to drop down to like a low 3-4k area, I was very bearish, like, you know, too quick, basically anticipating a linear drop. But you know, we did have a, you know, a very slow drop to that area, right? So that's what I see regarding the possible retracement for BTC. So now if you take a look at a BTC on a lower degree, so on the lower degree, I'm bullish on BTC. We already long. I showed you on my previous update. If you guys haven't watched it, make sure to check my channel, and you can watch my previous update regarding BTC. And let's see. So you can see, like, we long BTC right there, right? In my, you know, in my premium group, we did was actually bullish on BTC. When we dropped down to this level, I was like, we're gonna buy the dip, right? Even if you drop down not 1550 but 15,500, right? So we're gonna be taking it back to 18.3 to 19.3, and right now we're looking very actually very aggressive in terms of like the uptrend. You take a look at it right there. We said you know, try to take profits 18,250, which is 0.618, right? So, and right now we basically just try to you know, hit the 18.8 and you know, 19.3 area for a take profit range, right? So now we're about to hit my final take profits. What is going to be the next next step for the bulls, right? So if you notice, well, if you notice, like, the drop right now we got, right? You guys are supposed to be familiar with it, right? Which means you should be expecting what? You should be expecting something like another retest, right, of the low. It doesn't have to retest the low. It all depends on the magnitude of the sell-off, right? So let's say we make a higher, you know, higher low right there. Let's do this. It is gone. 1 second. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I had to switch your screen. So let me see. Right. So it's back on, right? So if you take a look at this structure right there, you can see, like, if we go back in May, you go back in May, right? Or even, yeah, back in May, first week of May, guys. Remember the structure we got, right? After we dip all the way down to the 8-hour, 6-hour 100 EMA. What happened next? We you know, we had a nice reversal back up to 0.786, 0.888, right? So, and double top and retested again the 8-hour 100 EMA right there. So nice double bottom at the 8-hour 100 EMA, right? So we could possibly anticipate something similar. I already explained it to you guys on my short update. We did say you know, BTC going to be pumping to the upside. Don't be too bearish right there, right? We most likely going to be pumping, and we're going to be long in it. and we almost at 0.786 to 0.888, right? And we could be looking for a reversal pattern back to the 8-hour 100 EMA. I'm not sure, okay, if bear is going to be strong enough, right, to break this key area, because bulls are looking very, very good, even though we're still anticipating a possible reversal over the next few weeks, few months. But bulls are looking, they're looking very, very, very good right now, right? So we just have to take it step by step. If you're a bear, and if you're a bull, just suck it up and wait for a stronger reversal pattern. But as of now, all these patterns are pretty, they're pretty bullish. Okay, they're pretty bullish. All right, so no, I'm not shorting, I'm longing. We're not shorting, man. So don't get confused with the macro view and the short-term view. The short-term view, once again, I just showed you we long in BTC, right? And looking for up to 19.3, and after 19.3 you're going to take a look at what we're going to get, right? So all the bulls now don't want to hear anything about like a drop, but it's going to come. So you just got to be mentally ready, just like we talked about it back in 2019 14K, when I was saying like this sucker gonna dump, we're gonna reverse, right? Most analysts could not even recognize a reversal weekly candle right there. Okay, they've been calling for 16K for how long, guys? For 9 months. Okay, for almost like 12 months, right? November, right? 2019, all the way up to basically what? November, not November, June, okay? All the way up to basically November 2020. It's over like almost a year and a half, right? They've been calling for 16K. So be cautious, okay? That's all I'm trying to say. All right, you do whatever you want with your BTC. I mean, the noobs buy the top and get wrecked. I mean, some have to buy the top because that's the only way bear is going to be able to sell their BTC. That's just a game, okay? So in order to sell their BTC at the top, they gotta promote a higher prices in order to get like a lot of buyers in this range so they can get out, right? So if you don't understand what's going on, you're gonna be saying, oh, why would I be buying BTC at 20K? Remember, why would you buy at the top? Okay, can it break 20K, pump like to 25? That's only 20% move, right? 20 to 25% move. So 20 to 25% move, that's, you can even get it from like XRP. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be basically risking buying at the top and up to even 20K, 25K. I wouldn't be risking like buying at that area. It is very, very, very challenging to be buying in this box, man. Okay, it is very challenging because you're gonna be, you just don't know. Okay, you just don't know. That's the thing. I don't know neither. Okay, but all I'm saying is just be cautious, right? Just be cautious. You shorted about 15 minutes ago. Good luck, man. I mean, if you're playing the lower degree, you can do whatever you want. You can short right now, whatever. But it's short term. It is bullish, so you just have to wait for a short term reversal, right candle. Let's take a look at it. We're starting to see some selling pressure, but it is still very low on Coinbase. Very low on Coinbase. I mean, Abdullah saying this will crash again. I mean, it will correct. Okay, I wouldn't call it a crash, but I think the title say crash just for but it will correct. Over the next few years. I mean, BTC gonna be way over 20K, right? So, but short term, we could see some crazy price action over the next few weeks, few months, right? I mean, the Fibonacci level we're going to be facing right now, that's the level I was expecting. We took profits at 18 it depends which one you're using. Okay, guys, be cautious, right? When you use like the linear scale and the log scale, it matters. It matters sometime, right? Depending on which asset you're using. Right now, I'm using the log scale. Right. What you need to do is just double click on your Fibonacci, scroll down, and make sure to check the fib levels based on log scale. Right. If you uncheck it, right. Okay, if you can see, I mean, the difference right now in price action is not that big, but when you're using like a macro view, it matters, right? Let's take a look at it right now. You can see like that's the non-log scale. Let's double check. That's the non-log scale because I just unchecked the log scale, right? So you can see like it hit 0.618 on the dot, right? But if you use the and it also respected 50%, 382, all of them. But if you remove it, if you put the non-log scale, I mean if you put the log scale, you can see like price tend to fluctuate above and below it, right? So you just gotta know at what point you gotta use it. Sometimes you just have to use log scale. It is more accurate, but sometimes the rest of the market might be using the linear scale, and then this sucker tend to respect it, right? So, but the next one going to be 0.786. So let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm looking for up to 0.888, which is like on a log scale, on a non-log scale, which is almost like 19.3. Okay, almost 19.3. So it could really dip down again and retest the previous fib level, which is 18 to 55 range, before pumping to that area, right? It can definitely retrace dip down to the 1 hour 21 EMA before pumping higher. But the best thing is like just to put a stop loss right now, okay? Because it's not that far away, right? Okay, I mean, I wouldn't say like I see the drop coming, but all I'm saying is be cautious, right? Uh, I've been there back in 2017. I've been there back in 2019. Seeing a lot of people buying the top, right? 2017, 20K BTC, everybody buying, right? Buying XRP 360, buying Neo 170, buying Ethereum over $1,000. And you see what happened, guys. We dropped like 80-90%, okay? And most of these alt, they still on average, okay, 80 to 90% down, okay, 80 to 90% down, regardless which alt you're looking at, right? 80 to 90% down, so they still pretty cheap, and most of them they at all-time low versus BTC. I just don't understand how we're in a bull run, okay, 2 weeks before the possible BTC tapping, right? Tapping out, right, at just about like December 17, right, December 16, and all these alt they at all-time low. It just doesn't make sense to me, right? I'm not saying they're not going to break out, but all I'm saying is they're at all-time low, okay? Even Cardano just pumped, but it is still like, what, all-time low for Cardano, just about like, what, 400 sats, something like that, right? It is just about like 900 sats, so that's just about 100% above the low, right? Above all-time low. Let's go back, take a look at Cardano. And once again, I'm not saying Cardano going to go to zero or, all of that good stuff, right? I'm just saying, you take a look at Cardano, the monthly chart, right? It is, all-time low is what? Right there, just about 450. What we said about Cardano back then, make sure to accumulate Cardano just about 480 to 400. Okay, and we're gonna sell, just about like 11, 12, and 15, right? And we hit target exactly. But take a look at it, guys. This sucker is just about like 120 from all-time low. So that's not that's not a lot. Okay, that's not a lot. That is not a lot, man. When you're looking at Cardano dropping already, like it is 89% from all-time high. 89% from all-time high, right? So I mean versus BTC, right? So Mason, hey, what's up, Mason? 3x long term short. I mean, these shorts you gotta be cautious because you're gonna be paying paying fees and interest and all of that. So I mean, it worth it if you can. If the drop is quick, yes, if like we drop like from let's say 20K down to retest the 13K 14K area quickly, it worth it, right? But if you want to hold it like for 2 years, I don't know, man. Like it could I don't know, I never done it. Like all my shorts are pretty much short term, right? But or even long, right? So let's go back to BTC. It looks like it is looking to retrace back down. So guys, if you enjoy the content, don't hesitate to hit the likes. We got nearly 45 watching and only 14 likes. So we got a small rejection right there. So coming back down to 18.2, 18.3 is not going to be a hard thing to do for the bears, right? So retest the 21 EMA on the hourly. As you can see, we've been hugging the 21 EMA over the last few hours, right? And that's when we decided to add more position right there, okay, after the triple bottom, right? So we've been looking good, right? So I mean, I'm bullish on XRP as long as we above the monthly 21 EMA. I said it. I've been saying it over the last few months. Staying above the monthly 21 EMA is very bullish for XRP, right? However, a close below it, dropping back below 30 cents could be a disaster, okay, over the next few weeks, few months, right, for XRP. So we're just gonna have to dollar cost average and keep buying the dip, right? Because definitely XRP in the future gonna retest what all-time high, right? So we're gonna fill the CME gap. I mean the 96 gap. I just talked about it, and we're gonna we have another gap also. I think right this weekend, the past weekend we left a gap somewhere around like this range, right? So I don't follow the gap a lot, but I mean it's okay. I mean over 1,000 point. I know it's a lot, but if you long it like from 16.5 to current level, which is 12%, right? Looking at like 2,000, almost 2,500 points. You okay? You don't worry about too much about the gap. You don't want to anticipate the gap too soon, right? And this sucker, this sucker pump above 20K. You gotta be cautious, guys, because remember one thing, right? We had a gap right there, okay? We had a gap right there at 90. This one was 15. It looks like the 10K area. Okay. Yeah, that was it right here, right? So if you paying clear attention to the chart, remember the gap we had at 96. Okay, in my premium we were long in BTC, even though we knew we had a gap at 96. We did not follow the crowd. Okay, all I did was like long this sucker, right, and put a stop loss below the gap at 94 just in case, right, we do not basically fill the gap. Okay, so if you follow the crowd, right, so I know some of the people in the premium were scared to long because they were like, oh, if I long it right now, it might wick to the gap. I was like, don't worry about the gap, just play the chart. The pattern, okay, the pattern looks good. You can see like the triple bottom we got right now, we got right here. That's the same exact setup we got right now, right? That's one of the reasons we long it. So, and you can see like BC pump right back up, drop. People started to be panicking and all of that good stuff. We never filled the gap, okay? And are we gonna fill it down the road? That's possible, right? So we will see if bear is gonna be strong enough to fill the gap down the road, right? It looks good, right? It looks good. We have the biggest gap of over this weekend, right? I mean the volatility is high. Let me check the gap first before I speculate on the gap. It is what, 7%, right? We got to drop 10% to fill the gap. I mean, you might forget about the gap we had at a low 8K, right? And BTC, I think was, let's go back to the 8K area, right? Guess what? Like right there. I'm not sure if you guys remember the gap we had after the 40% pump, right? After the 40% pump, remember this gap, right? When we had a gap and BTC had to dump, right, and fill the gap, and everybody was like, okay, that's it. After the 40% pump, we just filled the gap. Now we're going to the moon, right? I was still bearish, guys. I was saying like, guys, this sucker gonna dump. So we shorted BTC like from this range of like 96.4, right there, all the way down, guys. We've been just shorting, okay, all the way down like to 6400 range, right? So let's just keep that in mind. Just because we got a gap and we're probably gonna fill it does not mean like we're going to be reversing right away, because the CME can fill the gap without like the other exchanges, right? Binance, Coinbase filling the gap. You see what I'm saying? If you check the same exact level back then, right? Because I remember how it wicked down like live, right? So because I was super bearish back then, right? So that's how I remember. Right there, you can see like you don't see no wick right there, right? You don't see no wick, but guess what? We shorted all this range, guys. All this range we shorted right there, right? All the way down, we got out, waited for the 92, shorted again, got out at 84, waited for an 87, shorted again, just punching this sucker all the way down. But because I was very mad at BTC, like with this 40% pump. kind of wrecked me though, but it's okay. So I never forgot about that 40% pump. Yeah, this sucker is the beast, man. It can do some crazy stuff. So just be cautious if you're newer to crypto. So now let's check the quarterly chart. We also long in a XRP, but it is not moving as I'm expecting. So it looks good. It just doesn't want to break the 0.618. So 0.786 going to be just about like 70 cents range, and 0.888 going to be just about like 74. But it is not moving. It is not moving fast right now. It seems like it could easily, bears could be bears want to step in, right? But let's see. Okay, let's see, because we were buying the dip also for XRP right here, so I'm still looking for 70 to 74. We just need to break this resistance area at 0.618, which is like 63 cents, 64 cents, and it could we could see a big move to the upside. Volume looks nice in terms of buying. Also the sell volume wasn't a lot in this range. So, and even if we try to drop, we got a very aggressive trend line. Most people are going to be buying the dip, so unless like the sell-off is pretty big, but this trend line could basically support the price with the 4 hour, 6 hour, 21 EMA, both of them in this range. So any drop could be bought up quickly for a possible reversal to the upside to a 74 range, right? So, but once again, we could also see a big rejection in this range for a possible either flat correction or a possible triangular formation right here. So we just have to wait and see. Let's take a look at Ethereum. The twin fives they are pretty bullish too. BNB is slowing down. So when you take a look at Ethereum is respecting the fib levels, right? I know one of you guys just mentioned it. So Ethereum hit our target exactly as expected, right? 0.618 and 0.786. So sometimes when you give these targets, right, you just don't know where your 0.786 is going to be. For instance, right, Ethereum, we are looking to just buy the dip all the way down to 430, right? But it didn't even drop. It didn't even drop right below 479, right? So you kind of force price action force you to buy even like around like 500 and 49 area. But still, you just anticipate. When I was basically looking for 480 to 600 range, I was looking for I was just anticipating, okay, because it could be anywhere. The bottom, you just don't know where the bottom going to be at. You see what I'm saying? The bottom could be like 440, and then your 0.786 going to be 585. That's why I was ranging, saying like 480 to 600 range, right? 580 to 600 range, right? But the main target is not the price, but it is basically the fib level. You see what I'm saying? So basically 0.618 to 0.786. So can it push higher? Let's take a look at the hourly. Is it a bull flag or a rejection? It looks like a bull flag, man. Volume is low, okay? Volume is low, so it looks like a bull flag until it's no longer a bull flag, right? So but volume is low, and it could do something like this before retesting this area, right? So somebody's, hey Truth, you say Truth saying like you want to see 3 to 4K. I mean, that's still possible, but it's not going to be easy, but it is very possible, right? Let's go back to BTC. It seems like it wants to break above 18.6 again, right? Yep, it wants to break it on the hourly. We got 2 45 minutes rejections. That's not good. But the good news for the bulls is like we still volume is pretty low. So let's see, we got like 30 minutes to fill this candle. Yeah, we're starting to see some rejection right here. Let's check the not good, not good, not good. 30 minutes, we got this same structure right there. The structure we got right here, that's the same one we got right there. And you know, price had to dip down, retest the 21 EMA on the 30 minutes. So, and that's the same one we got right here also, right? This section, okay, same one. So it could easily dip back down. So I wouldn't be panicking if it drops back down to a low 18,000, 18,400, 18,300, right, over the next few hours, right? And at the same time, you can see volume is decreasing and price is making a sort of a wedge pattern. So a dip, you know, short-term dip is possible, right? Short-term dip right there, just to retest this range of a low 18K. Wouldn't be surprised to see it, right? And wouldn't be panicking either. I mean, yep. Hey, what's up, John Doe? Yeah, it's all about views. I mean, it's the thing is like when you trade. I'm trading for a living. Okay, I'm not counting on YouTube views to make a living, right? So you know, so I just try to say it how I see it, right? Can I be wrong? Yes, I can be wrong. Absolutely right. Let's check the 15 minutes. Yeah, if like we break 18,633, that's going to be, you know, that's going to try to push harder, right? That's going to try to push harder. Last buy volume bigger than the last sell volume, so that's pretty good, right? Short term, 15 minutes, right? Yeah, it's gonna dip, guys. It's gonna dip. It's gonna dip. We're still hugging the 5 minutes 21, 5 minutes 100 EMA, just about like 18.4. And if you switch to the hourly, actually 45 minutes, right? You can see like the 21 EMA just about like 18,342. So if they push down a little bit harder, if we don't see like a good buying pressure, this sucker gonna dip down here. So if you're shorting right now, you could be in good profits, right? But if you're long, you just have to suck it up, put a stop loss, right? Yeah, daily looks nice. Even if it dropped down to 18.4, it's not gonna 18.3, 18.4. It's not gonna mess up the structure of the daily time frame, right? So we could get another day all the way up to like 19.3. So which is at roughly around like 0.888 right there. So Yeah, I do think we're gonna get a rejection, guys. I mean, not comfortable. Uh, try to long it. I mean, if you're holding a long below 17, you can still hold it. You don't even need to take profits, right? But I'm not comfortable taking a long above like 19, 20K, right? I'm not comfortable because if you even if you check it back, back in like May 20, you know, May 20, May 2020, right? The first week of May, the big drop we got right there, you can see like it took us almost like 2 months, guys, to just try to find support at the 21 EMA before pumping. Even though we pumped, we did retest the same exact level we've been accumulating at, right? This range pump, but we did retest. So that's why sometimes zooming back to the higher time frame, 2 day, 3 day, and all of that, it gives you a better view. It gives you a better view, right? So it gives you a better view. And I mentioned it multiple times also. If you like to swing trade BTC, pay attention to your 2 day 21 EMA or 3 day 21 EMA. You can use either or, right? But the 2 day, if you're aggressive, if you're not aggressive, you use the 3 day, right? So if you use the 3 day, chart, right, with your MACD, right? If you get a crossover in a bull run, the trend has to be strong now, not in a bear market, right? If you get a price close above the 21 EMA, either on your 2 day or 3 day, whichever you're comfortable with, right? You can basically buy the dip, okay? MACD cross bullish, price breakout above 21 EMA, that's bullish, okay? And we said it even before we got it, right? Like first week of October, that's when we said it. We said if we pump in this range, accumulate just about like 11.5, right? 11 to 11.5 range, just this sucker gonna be very bullish, okay? It's gonna be very bullish, right? Until we basically get what? A 2 day MACD cross bearish, right? We don't have one yet. That's why I'm not that bearish in this range. If we get this to cross down, okay, we could start to speculate for a possible top formation, okay? We could start to speculate about a top formation right now, right? So what we need to see, we see once again, we gotta see a cross down, and we gotta see price below the 21 EMA. So dipping down below the 21 EMA right now is not even that healthy. What I want to see basically do something like this, right? Create a strong divergence right there, another one, right? We already got one, a stronger one, right there, right? Create one. So it means like this sucker can pump, right? So let's see if this sucker gonna do this, right? And we could we could easily it could be a wick too. I don't know, but it could be something like this, just like that, get rejected right there, and we're gonna get this divergence also, right? So but another thing also, guys, like if you're very, very bullish, these trend lines, right? If RSI going to let me use a lighter color. Okay. If RSI, right, going to retest this trend line right there, right here, right, this sucker, right, going to follow this trend line, right? It is going to follow this trend line. So it means like we're going to break this key area and retest this trend line, right? So you get this divergence right there. So but it will be a strong divergence either way you look at it, right? So if you're bullish, once again, just suck it up, okay? Even though we have a gap right there, right, we're just gonna suck it up, right? So weekly, it's not a double top, so already broke it. This sucker is still bullish, so oh, okay. How do you show how do you get your EMAs? So what you need to do, just right click on this price this price level, right? This range right there, and then go to labels, right? And then just make sure to check on these, right? Make sure to check on no overlapping so you can clearly see it. You can add the financial name, whatever you want to check, you just check it. It's going to show up on your like for instance, if I click on the financial name, it showed up. You see, if I remove the indicator's name, you're not going to see it. I know what the white yellow line is, but if I don't put the indicator's name, you're not going to see it. That's how you do it. Hey, what's up, Jay? Do I think we're gonna break 19K in the next 2 weeks and then dip? I mean, maybe you need to watch the first 15-20 minutes of the live stream regarding like December 16, December 17, and the Trololo trend line going to be at 85. I'm not saying we're gonna drop exactly at 85, but last year when I was expecting the Trololo trend line to be at 5,700, right? BTC dropped all the way down to 64, and we've been expecting that move like from September. So it's not like something we waited till like first week of December. So August, September, we said BTC, right? Bottom gonna be somewhere around like 57. I was just to I was trusting the trend line too much, but once we dropped down to like 64, I wasn't supposed to even wait for the trend line. You're just supposed to buy the dip right there. So once we dip down to like 96, something like that, the trend line gonna be at 84, something like 85, right? I wouldn't be waiting again for the trend line. I'm just gonna buy the dip. Even though if we drop below it, I'm just gonna buy the dip, right? Because the likelihood of BTC rebounding from 8K, 9K, 10K back to a 12 or 13K going to be very high. Okay, going to be very, very high, right? So if you take a look at it right now, I hate this, but if you take a look at it, right, 0.618 going to be at 98, right? Where is 98? Very close to what, 96, right? But that's the linear scale, right? So most people are going to be like, oh, we found the bottom, 0.618, we're going to be bouncing back right back up, right? And we got this area of confluence, accumulation, we just dipping down to retest it, right? Stuff like that, right? But if you remove the if you put it on log scale, you can see like 0.618 going to be at 69. You see, that's the difference between using log scale and linear scale. I said it back then. You remember this dump, right? BTC dump exactly where, right? On the linear scale, right? Most people have been celebrating. Oh, we called the dump down to 0.618 right there, 40% pump. I was like, guys, be cautious. That's not the linear scale. I mean, that's not the log scale. That's a linear scale, right? That's why we basically got this big fake out. But if you take a look at it on the log scale back then, right, that was only a pullback from 382. Okay, and guess what? 50% pullback was respected. 0.618 pullback was respected, and 0.786 to 0.888 all the way down. All these fibs based on log scale were respected. So be cautious. I would rather use the log scale, like Aldo said, right? Aldo, basically introduced me to the log scale view. Just use this sucker, assuming like we're not gonna break 20K, because we could easily break it, right? It's very close right now. So 0.618 is at 7K, right? So, and 50% going to be 85, right? So you got to be able to buy the dip. You at least gonna get another pullback to a 50% pullback, right? 50% of fib retracement. So that's my view, right? But BTC is crazy, so it can pump to 30K easily. So do not basically do not be overly bearish and expecting a dump like right away. So this sucker is crazy. Do I use Ledger? I only use Ledger. I got the same Ledger from 2017, right? So I didn't change it because all I have to do is just like delete the app and download a new one. That's it. Because I don't use most of those coins. You just accumulate them, right? So once you download it, get the address. That's it. You don't need it anymore until you need to withdraw, right? That's the only time you're gonna need it, right? So I can have like 20 coins in one ledger, but not at the same time. You know what I mean, right? Because after you take the address, you just delete it and forget it, right? You just accumulate, right? Hey guys, we got 53 watching. We got 28 likes. So if you enjoy the content and you want to help Send Crypto channel to grow, make sure to hit the like, share, our content to your other moon boys, right? And so they be prepared. They're gonna be ready for the for the next dip. I mean, my ledger doesn't do that. I don't know what you mean, wipe itself. I mean, as long as you got your 24, keywords, right, you'll be okay. But it doesn't. I mean, back in 2017, it was so complicated. You had to download all those BTC apps and Ethereum apps, all that good stuff. But now you don't have to do all of that. So it should be pretty easy. And you can swap your Ethereum into BTC and all of that good stuff. So that's pretty nice. Hey, what's up, T Dog? Thomas in the house. I mean, when accumulating BTC, you can. I mean, the easiest way to do it is like to do it versus use alt versus BTC. For instance, let's take a look at VChain. VChain is extremely bullish right now, guys. So you gotta understand how the YouTube community works, right? Because whenever something pump, everybody gonna say 100x, but when it dumps, nobody talks about it, right? So if you take a look at VChain on a 3-day basis, right? I'm starting to be very bullish on it, right? I was very bearish on VChain. I told you guys this sucker gonna drop all the way back down, like I told you right there. Why? Because we were accumulating right here. We said buy VChain. Right there, we said buy VChain. Okay, don't buy here. Well, once we drop down to like 33, 36 range, buy again. Okay, and you're gonna sell all the way up to like 200, right? It did that exactly. Right now, it is time to start accumulating. The reversal is not clear yet. We don't have a clean reversal, but it is very accumulative. That's the only thing we need to know if if we're bullish. We don't care about like when the price is going to be pumping because we don't control time, right? All we control is when we're gonna buy, and our, is the indicator, not one indicator, but our, are these indicators starting to look bullish? Yes, we got a 3-day MACD bullish crossover. That's very, very powerful for VChain. Okay, so do we have a bullish divergence? Not yet, right? So it is time to start buying the dip until we get the bullish divergence, right? And price going to be pumping above the 21 EMA on the 3-day basis, and that's going to be buy the dip all the time, right? That's pretty easy strategy. I used it back in February, okay, and I used it back in May, right? And both of them worked. Most of our alt pump like AGI, Storage, Monero, Algo, most of them pump like 200, 300, 400%, right? So VChain, time to start accumulating it, right? So accumulation range was actually 75 to 59, but we dipped down to like, yes, we dipped down to 60. It is still a buy, even if like, we dipped down to like, 40 and all of that good stuff. It is still going to be a buy because it is accumulation, right? If we go back, back in March right there, we got this nice double bottom, just like what ARC back in January when we said buy ARC, beautiful double bottom, 100% move is coming, ARC pumped nicely, right? So you can see like we had a nice, bullish divergence right there, okay, a nice one. Okay, price was dipping lower, MACD did not want to dip lower, so we just gotta watch our MACD to see if MACD wants to basically give us, I'm gonna answer your question, T-Dog. MACD either wants to give us a double bottom, or it might just do something like this, not even retesting, doing something like that. It might not even retest the low. We just don't know. But one thing we 100%, not 100% sure, but very confident is like, we could start to see like a reversal from VChain, right? If the bears basically give up. But yes, best thing to do is like to accumulate some BTC and you're not leveraging, is like to buy this alt at a very low price versus BTC, and you don't take a look at the dollar value, because let's say BTC drops down to like 10K, right? And this sucker, stay very strong versus BTC, right? Only drop like 10%, right? Something like that, right? Drop right back down here, 10-30%, right? And double bottom, right? The dollar value of VChain going to be lower because BTC drops lower and it drops lower versus BTC, right? However, once VChain basically start to pump, right? Even if BTC stays at 10K, right? And this sucker pumping versus BTC, it means both its BTC value gonna pump, and it's, of course, it's dollar value going to be pumping also, right? So that's how you accumulate, because if this sucker pump 200%, you're gonna double your BTC. Even though BTC is at 10K, yes, you did not sell at 20K, but you're gonna be doubling your BTC on VChain, from VChain. You see what I'm saying? So that's the best way if you don't want to basically leverage. I do not encourage you to leverage, right? But all I'm saying is, if you just trade a BTC pairing, that's the best way to do it. Buy this alt, especially after BTC drops, right? So I mean, yes, you can. I mean, if you wait till BTC drops, right? Like let's say BTC dropped to 10K, instead of buying BTC, you can buy the alt. Like I'm not telling you to do it, but all I'm saying is, if BTC drops, retrace down, if like we see a retracement down to like 10K, right? These suckers gonna retrace also, but they're gonna rebound versus BTC. You see what I'm saying? Because the BTC dominance is going to go lower also at some point, right? So once they go up, you're increasing your dollar value, right? And you're increasing your BTC value at the same time. right? And once these suckers like hit resistance versus BTC, you either go back to BTC or you go back to fiat. But if you're accumulating BTC, you just go back to BTC. You don't care about the BTC value in dollar, right? I mean, Tezos looks nice. Actually, let's see. I'm on a Tezos long too, so this sucker is not pumping. So, yeah, Tezos looks nice. It was supposed to pump like around the $4 range, but with the BTC dump, let's go back to Tezos. Yeah, not bad. So you take a look at Tezos, we're back to the trend line support. We just have to respect it. I talked about it on VChain back then, not VChain, but Link. You know, I was like, buy some Link. I think like Link was like, I think like $2, something like that, right? And I was like, man, Link is bullish now. So that was before I said Link gonna drop to $1. I know you guys gonna tell me that, but you can see like it is at the trend line support from like October 2019, the March dump, and back to the same trend line again. So we could, you know, possibly, if BC can behave, right, bulls could try to retest the you know, the $5 range, which is like the upper level trend line. Okay, resistance going to be 3.4. Are we gonna do it in 2020 or are we just gonna wait till 2021? That's a big question, right? So let's see over the next few weeks what type of volume we could get, right? And how we're going to be reacting to the buying pressure, right? Because if we break this key level, we just have to suck it up, because accumulation going to be first buy range going to be $1 and second one going to be 75 cents. You see what I'm saying? Even though the bullish setup is there, you got to be aware. We can be, you know, accumulating again. Okay, go to another accumulation phase before next big pump. Okay, but I'm ready for it. If it drops, right, I'm ready for it, right? I'm gonna be buying again, buying this dip right here, and I'll be selling right there too, just in case, right, we do not break it. If we go there, right, let's say you accumulate right here, if it go, I mean, some of you guys are, you know, buying for the longer term, but if you're basically looking for a swing trade, I would be taking profits right there and watch for like a, you know, a week or two at least to see what kind of reaction we're gonna get, right? But the 3-day, you know, it is already bullish right there, so I would give the bulls a very good chance to try to do something good over the next few days, right? Right. As long as we do not get a bearish crossover, right, on the 3-day basis, and price is already above the 21 EMA, that's a very good combination, right? Very good combination. Yeah, it looks good, and you can see like all these bullish crossovers, right, tend to give us a big move right there, right there. We got one price above 21 EMA, MACD crossed bullish, you know, even though we dipped down, right, cross back up, bang, okay, bang right there. So let's see. I mean, 5,000 Tezos is enough? That's a big question, man. It is very personal to I don't know. I mean, some people 5,000 is enough for them. Some you know, some people maybe, you know, even like 1,000 Teslas is enough for them. So it all depends on your circumstance, right? So let's go back to BTC. Thanks a lot for hitting the likes, guys. It means a lot, guys. I was liking basic attention over the weekend, but it was moving too slow for me. So, but I got out, and then this sucker decided to break out. So BTC, it is still looking very good, guys. On the 6 hour, 8 hour, you know, MACD crossed bullish again, and I don't know if you guys remember back then, like when BTC was right here, right? You guys remember when BTC dropped? What I was speculating was like, since we dropped down here, right, and got the MACD already crossed bearish, what we're gonna be looking for is like BTC to drop down and get a support from the 8-hour 100 EMA, right? And once we do that, we're gonna be waiting for the 8-hour MACD to cross bullish again. So you guys probably don't remember, but that's the scenario we're getting right now. Instead of like, I think I was calling it too early. Instead of getting it right here, right, get a support from the 8-hour 100 EMA or 6-hour 100 EMA, and at the same time get the MACD crossing bullish. That's what we got right here, right there. That's what we got. So this setup is actually very bullish, man. It is very bullish. So let's see if bears can stop this bullishness at 19 to 20k area. So, and that's what I was trying to show you, like on a 2-day basis. Right there, that's a structure I was trying to show you, like this move right after BTC drop, right? It pumped back up and then find a bullish crossover above the 21 EMA on a 2-day basis, right? And you can see that BTC basically did that, pumped to the upside. So on the lower degree, that's what I was trying to show you and say, hey, how about if BTC basically drop down here, right? Get a support from the 100 EMA, and MACD gonna drop all the way down and cross bullish right there. So, but we got it right here. Okay, so it's just a timing, right? It's just a timing, but structure wise, we could replicate it right here now, and then still do something like this right here. When do I think King XRP going to pump? I mean, King XRP already pumped massively, guys. So if you bought it at 10 cents, 11 cents, you 8x your money, right? So it might be time to cool off now. I don't know, but as long as we staying above the monthly 21 EMA, King XRP is bullish, right? So So if we can stay above, if like monthly can stay bullish, close bullish, right, in like 24 hours or so, right, and you know that's going to be very, very nice. That's going to be very, very, very nice, man. I hope we do, but in this market, man, you just never know. And the good news is, like, you can take a look at the MACD on the monthly basis, guys. This sucker, that's the second cross we're getting since like the first cross back in June 2018. So that it is pretty significant, right? So if we can keep up a good buying pressure, every dip going to get bought up, right? So nobody, you know, will be selling their XRP, right? So and don't try to if you, I mean, I'm not giving you any financial advice, right? But I wouldn't be selling, right, with this monthly looking very bullish. I would at least wait for a month or so to see, you know, how the price action going to behave, right, develop over the next like few months, because I don't think we're going to get a monthly engulfing candle back down, right? Even if we get one, it's going to push back up, right? So you're going to get a chance to get out. So best thing to do is just suck it up right now and hold it and see what we're going to get like in December and January. However, if BTC dump, most likely XRP going to dump. That's a big tank, right? So you got to watch BTC, right? Yeah, but it looks very, very, very nice. Very, very nice, man. Yep, this could be pumping for the next few months, so a few quarters, because that's a quarterly chart, right? So you can see, like, you know, once we get a big quarterly candle push to the upside, you know, that's the biggest quarterly gain for XRP since like 2017. Okay, that's the biggest quarterly gain, right, in terms of body candle, right? Like just about like 250% gain, right, in one quarter. Everything else got wiped out. Everything else got wiped out, right? So macro wise, right? Macro view wise, it looks fantastic. Okay, that's the best word I can use to describe the chart right now for XRP, until it's no longer fantastic, right? Let me take it back. It looks fantastabulous. Let's go to XRP BTC. So if you've been following our channel, right, you know XRP BTC, what we said, pay attention to what the downtrend, the trend line right there, this one. If you watch, you know, when XRP was right here, I was like, we're gonna retest sometime this trend line. I just don't know when, right? But we're gonna retest it, because it all depends how slow or how fast we drop. If we drop fast, we can retest the upper boundary. If we drop low, I mean, if we drop slow, we can retest the lower boundary right here. But it did drop fast enough, right, for, you know, for the trend line to intercept it. Right, so and it bounced right back up. So it just broke the structure, right, on the, you know, it's a falling wedge breakout, you know, next resistance just about 52.55. You know, if BTC can stay at 10k, I mean 20k, right, you know, that's going to be, you know, over $1, man. So That's another 55% move, 60% move, right, versus BTC. So that's a 50-day cycle for XRP. Doesn't look nice, really, right? If you take a look at it, the 50-day cycle doesn't look pretty. It doesn't look it doesn't look beautiful, right? But it is something to keep an eye on, right? So the 1,000 sats right there, that's what we've been looking for. Really, really, if you watch, if you take a look at it on the macro scale, it is even like 500 sats right there. Okay, that's the all-time low, right, for XRP, just about like 500. It's even low, but in terms of like closing basis, that's all-time low. But I was like, since like we already retested like 1,300, let's not be greedy and waiting for 1,000 sats. So we're gonna start accumulating. Would be better to start accumulating just in case, we do not retest 1,000. But 1,300, was close enough, right? Close enough. Yeah, fantastabulous. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys have been long enough. Most of you guys been long enough with XRP, right? But I was very bullish on XRP right there with this head and shoulder pattern formation. Was kind of confident we're gonna get it, but you can see what happened, right? So that's why sometimes you don't want to be too confident, right? With the with the chart, right? Sometimes things can get invalidated, and you just don't understand. You just not gonna understand why, right? So don't be overconfident, right? You can see beautiful head and shoulder pattern formation, right? Right there, right there. So, and was looking for a retest of all-time high, but you can see what happened. Okay, after it got invalidated, I was like, okay, guys, right now it is just about like 8,000. Next level to look for going to be just about like 4,000. And once we broke 4,000, I was like, guys, this sucker can drop all the way down to like 1,000. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it is good sometimes to zoom out and pay attention to the high time frame, and don't scare to say like you're wrong, because we're all gonna be wrong. But the thing is, you called for one price level, and then this sucker do the opposite, and then you're gonna be like, man, but I was very bullish with this inverse head and shoulder pattern formation. But hey, what's up, Iceman in the house, man? I haven't seen you in the Iceman. I haven't seen you like since BC pump over 14K. It seems like you just disappeared. Yeah, let's go back to the BTC chart, man. New hourly candle just opened, right? So it's gonna be Exciting, right? Doomsday, short it, short it, short it. Thanks a lot for tuning in, Doomsday. Yeah, let's check the lower degree. The 5 minutes, no, oh, it doesn't look good right there. Look like we're getting a bearish curvature right there, so have to wait for that, right? So it's a 5 minutes, so you can basically flip bullish very soon, right? Yep, yeah, as you can see, double top right there, right? Uh, did drop down, not retesting yet the 5 minutes 100 EMA. So if you're scalping, keep an eye on your 100 EMA, right? So I don't like when price action basically hug the 21 EMA in any time frame like this in a declining slope. I don't like it, right? So your first support level going to be your 100 EMA. So if you take a look at it on the 15 minutes, it's not that bad. Okay, it can dip down here, but it's not gonna stay that long. It can just do this and keep hugging the 21 EMA, and then until bulls gonna get tired, and then they're gonna drop down to the keep hugging the 21 EMA until they get tired, and then your 100 EMA gonna be intercepting the price for a support again, right? Oh no, sorry, Ice. I mean, Ice. We've been saying like BTC is very bullish, man. So I'm a big bear, right? But sometimes I just have to suck it up when the chart is saying like it is going to the moon. Just have to suck it up, man. But we did say, since 11K, wait till BTC basically, give us a big bearish setup. I like this though. So. Oh, no sound, no sound. Sorry. Sorry. I don't know why the sound was gone. I don't know how long. No sound, no sound. No, it's like I wasn't reading the chat room. I think I was drinking the water and I put it on mute. And okay, it wasn't that long, cause yeah, but Monero right there. Uh, you know, uh, sell was right there and buyback is right here. So, oh, miss everything on XRP? No way. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that was a good stuff, man. Zen crypto is tripping. Okay, let's go back to King XRP. So, so King XRP, let's go back on the macro scale first, right? So, what we're saying is like on the monthly basis, right? It looks great. I think I didn't mute it this time, right? But I just have to repeat it because I don't know what you guys missed. So it looks great on a monthly basis. Bullish crossover on the you know on your MACD. That's pretty significant, right? Bang bang, right? So and bang, okay. So we just have to wait to see if XRP gonna be closing. I mean, most likely, okay, with a 80% chance we're gonna close above 30 cents, right? So so and see what we're gonna get next month. So I wouldn't be selling even if like we drop down to like 36, right? It is still going to be by the dip type of stuff, right? Because monthly looks pretty nice, right? Right. So you might wait even if we dip down later on down to like 23 and so on, it is still going to give you another 0.618 pullback. You see what I'm saying? So you just have to accumulate buy the dip all the way down to the breakout area. You don't want to buy every 1% drop, right? Neither. So let's take a look at XRP BTC. Oh, Evelyn Kusama. Okay. Okay. So Evelyn Kusama. So Ave looks great, right? So Ave looks great. Nice flat correction right here, right? Retest the low, broke it, three-way move so far, and you can see like we got a nice another flat correction right here, a breakout. So it can even dip down to retest the resistance level before pump into the upside. So I'm looking for at least a retest of the top. Is it gonna break it? We're gonna take a look at it right later on after. AVUSD. So AVUSD, we talk about it like when it was right here. So the thing is, I wasn't just sure, right, if what whatever BTC was gonna do. That sometimes, right? Sometimes you just don't know what the BTC pair gonna do, because I wasn't sure if BTC going to retest the bottom, or if BTC was just going to retest the range right there and then pump to the upside. But it seems like the USD pair did follow the BTC pair, and they both like decided to break out at the same time. And that's what I was trying to show you. Watch the trend line. If it breaks it, that's it. Okay. So most likely going to retest the top, right? So let's go to Kusama. So Kusama, Okay. Sorry. So Kusama, we did say take profit. You know, kind of look like Link, right? I was very you know, kind of bullish on Link when Link was right here, but I was bullish on Link at 11.8, $12 too, right? And was looking for $18, so I was bullish from like 11.8, $12 range all the way up to 16. But Kusama is in the same range, also like this, uh, you know, this trend line resistance, right? So need to break it, right? So if you've been longing it right here, like $40 when we called it, like, you know, look for 0.888, and as you can see, cannot break it still. Can it break it? Yes, it can break it because we got another juicy move up to 59. But best thing to do, if you already long it from this range, right, just suck it up, put a stop loss, take some profit, and wait for another move. If, you know, we break this key area, it is going to be bearish. Okay, it is going to be bearish right there. Robert, Civic already pumped a lot, so I would just be cautious because so Civic pumped to my target exactly, right? Even though it, let's take a look at the higher time frame. So the higher time frame Civic, we said buy the dip right here, right? When it was like, you know, like 300, 200 rand, we were like just buy the dip, right? Even when it dipped down, I didn't basically say, you know, sell or anything, just hold it, right? Because our target is like very juicy, or like 950. So now we already hit target. So hopefully you did not buy it at 950, but it is not time to be buying right now. Can you get more pump to the upside, retest like 650 and so on? Yes, but I don't see us breaking you know, 1200 yet until another accumulation, and this accumulation could be all the way down here again. Not saying in term of time, but in term of price, right? It could be very quick too, right? So right now Civic BTC is not looking that good, right? It's not looking that good, right? So, and next accumulation, right, if we just have to repeat the process, it is going to be somewhere around this trend line, right? Just about like, I hope not, right? Like 228 range, right? Just about like 200 SAS range. So, and right now we just about like 400, so we got another 50% drop, possibly. Okay, don't get me wrong, now it's not going to be linear. I don't think like the move going to be like this. Okay, we could easily get this pump back up. So let's take a look at the lower degree. Okay, you take a look at the lower degree. We don't want to break the 8-hour 100 EMA, so looking nice right now as a support, but if we break it, next support area going to be like 280 range. Okay, that's going to be the next buy key area, and it looks like 0.8882, so let's double check. Yep, it is exactly at 0.888 right there, which is like 270. So let's check it. Sometimes these prices they don't basically just stop at one area for no reason, right? Let's check the non-log scale. Yes, it already broke 0.618, not even yet at 0.786. So 0.786 is going to be just about 350. So, but don't be too bearish, okay? Your 8-hour MACD is still bullish, so nice support right there. Could easily give you a big breakout, okay, to try to retest higher prices, but not up to this level, basically. Oh man, Jude, man, Jude be killing me, man, with XRP 589, man. I thought I was a moon boy till I met Jude, man. This guy doesn't talk about anything but XRP. So I'm like, man, okay. He's still waiting for 589, so. For those of you guys watching, if you don't know who's Jude is, Jude is a an XRP hodler. He's waiting for 589. So he says he's not gonna sell till XRP hit 589. So you know, let's see, okay. But the good thing is he buys a dip. So oh man, he's seeing a lot of red right now. Qdom looking very, very nice, guys. So it did, we were bullish on Qdom just about like 220, above 220. We said it is going to be bullish up to like 2.8 to 3.1, and if we break it, we're going to be looking for 0.618. We did pump like 3.35 range, but due to the big dump, it dumped right back down to the 2-day 100 EMA and 2-day 121 EMA. So right now it is looking to progress again, and 0.618 going to be 3.5, and 0.888 going to be like 4.3. So let's see over the next few hours if we're gonna get more data for more Qdom pump, right? But it looks very nice right now. So it looks very, very nice, man. Look at the 6-hour, man. I told you Qdom volume is so big. It's like the volume of Qdom is like almost like 2 times or 3 times bigger than the market cap. Right, that's very, very bullish. And back in 2017, that's how I used to buy coins. I wasn't buying coins based on charting. I just take a look at the volume. If the volume is half of the market cap, I'm bullish. Okay, I buy you for a few weeks and you're gonna pump. Bitcoin Cash, Mana. Oh, Jude in the house, man. I was just talking about Jude. I didn't know Jude was in the house. BCH. So Bitcoin Cash broke the wedge pattern. Looks nice, right? So just suck it up and wait, right, for the lower degree. 0.888, 0.786 to 0.618 going to be in this range of 320. Double check. Okay, yep, it is going to be just about 320, right? 325, right? So a bullish crossover on MACD looks nice. Breakout above 21 EMA, 6-hour and 8-hour, right? Nice. Okay, it looks nice so far. So, but no bullish, not a bullish crossover on the MACD on 8-hour yet, right? Let's double check. Not yet. Okay, so be cautious. I'm pretty sure you want to take a look at the higher time frame. Higher time frame kind of look like also VChain, not VChain, but Link resistance right there. So if we get rejected again right there, so we just have to suck it up and look for the lower 230 area, right? I don't have any call for Bitcoin Cash, right? So it is just an unbiased analysis, right? So the 480 is like a breakout above this trend line. Okay, we're gonna be looking for that move. I'd be interested if we break above it. Decentraland mana. I see like a lot of people love mana, so I mean it is on Coinbase too. So it is back to the trend line support. Looks like it is gonna break it right now. The way the MACD is looking like right now on the 3-day basis, it is not healthy, right? It is not healthy. So one thing, if you're still bullish on it, just wait till we basically either get a bullish crossover on 3-day basis, right? Or wait to buy back at these levels, okay, which is like 300 sats range. Current price is, I think, 450, so a possible 30% drop, something like that. Yep, 30% drop versus BTC. Can we get a reversal right away? Yes, you could get one, but if I were to trade this, okay, I'm gonna be waiting. Can I be wrong? Yes, but I would be waiting because my 3-day MACD is not telling me yet it is time to be buying, right, or accumulating yet. So you want to wait for a bullish crossover, just like this. Even after the bullish crossover, you're gonna get some. You could get lower prices after you bought, but you just have to understand like your MACD already looking to go to the moon, right? Which is right there. So if you bought anywhere around here, it could drop back down, but you don't care, right? You just wait for the big move, right? Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a spot to jump in, if you don't have any, I mean, it's not going to be a big deal to start buying, right? But if you're doing a short-term trade, I'm not giving you any advice, but if you're doing a short-term trade, you might want to wait. But if you're doing a longer-term trade, like for the next, 3, 6, 9 months, I mean, buying every time, you can from this range, it's not going to, make a big deal if you're basically looking to sell it up to this level. You see what I'm saying? So even if your dollar cost average, right, or Satoshi cost average, right there, 330, you're still looking for a possible 400% move regardless, right? Kind of like VChain, right? It seems like you can say it's the same setup as VChain, right? So zero. All right, guys, it's been like almost 2 hours, so I'm just gonna call it a day. Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. We got like almost 500 playbacks, so pretty nice. So thanks a lot for basically hitting the likes, guys. So you get free content from Send Crypto. You get the combo. You get BTC, Ethereum, XRP. You get most of the DeFi coins right now, right? I'll give you guys analysis. If you ask, okay, I'll give you analysis for most of the DeFi coins, SNX, SXP, you name it, Uni, UMA, all of them, Band, I do all of them, right? So, just be cautious. I'm not telling you BTC gonna drop or BTC gonna go to the moon. All I'm saying is, it is at all-time high. So you gotta be reasonable, right? So if somebody telling you BTC gonna go to 30K, 40K, it could, but you gotta be like, just gotta, just gotta weigh the risk to reward, right? So, all right, guys, thanks a lot for watching, man. Good night. Thanks a lot, Peter and Ice.